Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Into the Breach. Today, in the third episode of our series, we're going to be hitting that big continue button up there and continuing on in after we have already completed 3 of the 4 islands. You'll notice that there is the 4th island down here, Detritus Disposal. It's a pretty cool place. Basically, the theme is they take in all the garbage of the world, the planet, they break it down, they turn it back into new cool things for recycling, as the description states. CEO is Vikram Singh. Now, of course, after we complete this 4th island, we're going to be coming up here and doing and dealing with and working through the Volcanic Hive. This is the final mission. This is the final island. This is the boss map, as it were. Now, again, to do a recap here, when you first start playing this in your first playthrough, you will work through this island, and then you'll have some options here. You can go through this one or this one. You defeat either one of these, the 4th island option opens up. Now, for continual playthroughs as you work on through, after you complete 2 islands in any order, usually always starting with the first one as I recall, could be wrong on that, but either way, once you go through and you complete 2 islands, this one here, the final mission, Volcanic Hive, the last stand, does pop up. Now, of course, this final particular island does scale with the difficulty of how far you've progressed through the game, what your upgrades are, so on and so forth. And so depending on the options here for your mechs, the different companies that you're going to be working with, the different mechs, the pilots, the different upgrades you have, you may have some different approaches on what islands you want and how you're going to approach this and when. But for now, for completeness' sake, we're going to go in here to Detritus Disposal, and we're going to work through what we're working on here. Man, look at that there. Awesome, awesome stuff. Basically, yep, it's a big giant disposal site. Then the vet came, but with our arrival, we have hope again, right? So we're going to dive on it and see what we can tackle. We've done a pretty good job. Our grid defense up here up top is completely, nearly maxed out as far as all of the HP going. We have 32% in, which means 1 in 3 shots on buildings or defensive towers and things of that nature are going to be, resisted. We're not going to take that damage, which is pretty awesome. Again, we're trying to go in here to get corporate reputation as high as we can by getting these stars, which are through here for bonus actions, as well as getting reactor cores if we get the opportunity. I don't see any of the missions here. They're going to reward those for us. I think Venting Center is possibly going to be one of the better ones we can tackle, simply because it gives us some options, right? We can go over here to work on this, 2 stars and an electrical, or we can go over here and 1 star and electrical. Either way, outside of the missions that we already have access to, we're only going to get access to 1 star otherwise. So this is an interesting effect of how things at the forefront of it, how you first look at them, look very, very interesting or promising. Then you take a look at what those mission types actually are compared to the mech layouts and pilot abilities that you have, and suddenly it can change around, which is what I really, really like about this game. Every time you play through this, these maps, these situations are different. Your corporate HQ location is always a different location, and it's always really, really intriguing. So let's dive into the heap, and we will see what conveyor belts are all about. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host with the most, TheChronicToast, and today we are going to be completing, hopefully, our playthrough of all of the major islands and the final island content here in Into the Breach. And anything after this is bonus. Higher difficulties, different playthroughs, different mech companies, all that fun stuff. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's so good. So right here, if you end up on these locations, you can find out that these right here, your mechs will move. So I would take your mech, and I would not put it here because at the end of the turn, it's going to shift on over. You can see up here conveyors. They'll push a unit. This includes the Vec that you're fighting up against either way as well. Now here's the coal plant that we have to defend, and we also have to, in order to get that star, end with less damage than 4 mech damage onto our crew. And defeating the coal, protecting the coal plant is going to be a benefit for us, but it's not something that we absolutely need to complete. Now we're going to put that one here, or we're going to leave Silica down here with our cannon tank, and of course we're going to put our artillery mech with Sergei. I love this mech. It's so quirky. It's a lot of fun. All the way back here. Now, of course, we're working with some dangerous individuals down here, dangerous Vex. You see, there goes the conveyor belt. Here comes the Vec floating around, and we're going to see what we're actually up against right now. Right off the bat, we have an Alpha Firefly, it looks like, and we have a Burrower that we're dealing with, and 2 more popping back in. So let's see what we're working with. Alpha Firefly looks like it's dealing 3 damage in a straight line. That's kind of rough. And regeneration, the Blood Scion is healing Vec 1 point every turn. So this right here is going to be the Blood Scion. We need to get this taken care of as quickly as possible. Otherwise, this is going to make it very, very, very hard to clear the board here. Now, of course, you have the Spiked Carapace is not attacking this time around, but it can burrow. It can do different things like that. And it can be pushed around, as we found out the last time we played. So right now, we have some options. We can get a shot in here and leave it be, or we can do some additional stuff. I think what is going to be the best option, because we can get over here and punch away, we're going to have Sergey come in and deal the damage. Ooh. Yeah. We're going to have Sergey come in here and deal this, pushing this bug all the way over so it'll take out that that mountain, as it were. And we're going to have Silka come up here, take a shot, boom, taking care of that. That's right, Vec killed. We're going to get up here with Lily. We're going to punch and crunch away. The goal is, of course, to punch this. We can't move it into the mountains, but at least we can block anything, and we will also move out of the way next time around. So here we go with the 2 damage. Boom, there it is. Pushing it down underground. 1 more hit point left on that Vec, and we're doing all right. And with that, we're going to end the turn. We've got 1 more attack we could do with Silica. Not a lot we can do right now, not a lot of stuff that is within range, but we have 4 turns to victory here. There goes the mech sliding down the conveyor belt. Nice and convenient that this is where all the stuff slides down into the acid. Oh, man. We have a few other things. The burrowers popping back up. And there it is. The burrowers can do a large amount of damage. Basically, they swing their head around and just crush through everything. Make a pretty darn awesome Godzilla monster, for sure. You can see down here the acid tiles. Behaves like water, but it inflicts acid on surviving units. Now, acid is something that we'll probably find out a little bit more often on this island map, but acid can do continual damage turn after turn, and it's not a good thing. Now, we only have, of course, down here, we only have that 1 alpha firefly. We have 2 alpha fireflies. Not great. Oh, really not great. But this right here is a good opportunity to hopefully get in there and deal some damage with Silica. Doing 2 damage there. And doing a second shot because we have not moved. 2 more damage. Boom. 1 is taken care of. Now, what do we want to do? An interesting situation we could potentially find ourselves in here. So we can move up here. And I think it'll be okay if we deal some damage. It'll be all right. Boop. There it is. Now, this means that this mountain up here is definitely blocked, so we got that taken care of. This one isn't going after anything that I'm aware of. It's not attacking. And that means that we can get in here and try to deal the last little bit of damage with Lily to this big giant Vec, those big giant space alien bugs. I harken them back to the bugs from Starship Troopers. It's because that's probably the closest thing I can think of. It's easy to describe and narratively equivalent. So we're going to hit the end turn button there. Victory in 3 turns. Hopefully here, so we'll get a little bit easier. Those bugs, that alpha firefly is crunching through that mountain. Oh, that's not great. We only have 3 here on the board, which is helpful. It's better than nothing, but we can see here that we have a bunch more popping back up. We have 2 victory turns remaining, basically 2 turns until we find victory. So the Scorpion, again, they don't do a lot of damage, but they can, deal 1 damage. They can move a little bit, but really their biggest issue that we have to work with is they can web things up. But we can deal with that with Silica, so I'm not too concerned about that. The big question is, what else can we work with here? And I think we have an option. We'll move Sergey down here potentially, hit this mountain, push this bug over, block this one from popping back up. That could be really, really useful. The flip side that we could deal with is, how do we work on this? Because Lily can't quite get up to this bug. That's a problem that we have to rectify right now. Lily cannot get to this bug just yet. So what do we do? Lily can get to this one. So inside of that, we're going to get up here. I'm going to launch Sergey's artillery shell this way, pushing this one up into this mountain. That way we do not have to worry about that. We can still deal the 2 damage this way from Silica, and we can still get Lily up here to deal some damage as well as take some damage. It's going to be a pretty big hit, but I think we can handle it. It'll be all right. So there we go. And we're going to have Sergey move. And we only need to get 1 shot in, so we could try to move a couple different locations, but really, we're going to do this one right here. There it is. Now, next turn, we're going to be dealing with 4 Vec, and we're going to be getting hit pretty hard. There's going to be 3 damage rolling on in. That's only going to leave us with 2 hit points left on our combat mech, our punch bot, as it were, with Lily. But we're doing okay. Sergey's not going into the drink just yet. Everything's handling itself just well. Maybe the Vex of the Mountain is a rival. I think the Mountain was just in the way. Oh, man, we got a Hornet here. Oh, those are no fun. Those are no fun indeed. But now we're webbed. It's okay, though, because we can shoot this twice, and that'll break that free. Again, I think that'll be all right. Now, again, victory in one turn. We just have to make sure that the vehicles, the buildings out here, do not get wrecked. This Firefly is dealing 1 damage. We can take it. Not too worried about it. I think that'll be all right. So the big question is, can we complete that from happening? And I believe, potentially, the answer is maybe yes. I'm concerned that Lily is going to get shot here pretty hardcore, and that is a big, big concern of mine. So we're going to have Lily punch away. Even if we heal ourselves, we're not going to get enough damage in here to save this. And so with this, we're going to have Sergey end up taking the damage. I think it's going to be okay. We're going to step back just a wee little bit here. And we're going to blast this over here to bump this Scorpion out of the way to free up Silica. I love the stuff that we've got going on here. It's just crazy. Moving up here, and we're going to get one shot, which will take out this Alpha bug. As well as, even if it didn't, it would push it back behind here. So now the only attacks that are coming in are against us, as well as the mountains. With a victory in 1 turn, we're good to go. They're going to do their attacks, and then they're going to bug on out, pun intended, and we'll be all right. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we have yet again managed victory. And this will be the first map here on Detritus Disposal. I love it. Oh, good. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get that power star. You know, that reputation, because we took too much damage. But them's the breaks. It is what it is. So we're doing what we can. Now, what do we have available to us here? We got the vending center again. Destroying mountains is a particular one of these, which is not really going to be that achievable. I don't want to spend time working on that when we have Vector we can shoot. Destroy the acid vats again. Potentially, this could be a full round of something that's going to be very difficult to do. Those are the only places where we get those stars. Venting fields. Kill at least 5 enemies and protect the emergency batteries. With conveyor belts, we can probably make that work, as well as protect the power generator. Defensive shields active. I think we will try our hand at venting fields, most likely, or we can go up here with venting center. It's a good question, because we don't know what these 2 stars are. We can probably get one of these stars, so we're going to go for venting center. We're going to dive in here and see how well this works. You can see you've got the ACID, the acid areas up here. Acid pools. Inflict the acid on the first unit that steps into this space, which is not fantastic. Right up there, however, is going to be the acid launcher. Cannot move by any weapon effect, push or teleport. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I've not run across that just yet. Oh, man, interesting. We're going to put Silica up here. Sergey really has limited mobility, so we're going to move them up there just so that they have some ability to move around. Over here, there's not a lot. So we'll see how this goes. My main goal here is to defend the disposal unit, destroying mountains. There's 5 mountains here. That's a lot of damage. I'm not going to worry about it. We do have a time pod that we can get an upgrade from, so we just got to keep an eye on that. The defense grid is officially at 33%. 1 in 3 shots on the defense grid are not going to matter. That's going to be pretty darn nice. So we can get up here and get Sergey to get some damage in, get these bugs shooting and touching each other in a way that's not going to be good for them. But to do that, we need to get Lily out of there. Otherwise, Lily is going to get pushed back, and that's not going to be super, super great. So we can stand over here on top of this to prevent this bug from happening. We can end up getting this Alpha Scorpion out of the way. It looks like they can only do damage adjacent. I could be absolutely wrong on that. Ugh, that might be a bad idea. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a try. Bap, there it is. Yep, they can only go adjacent, so we're going to be okay with that. This bug right here. Oh, boy. Well, how about we have Silica come down here and get that shot in right there. That'll be all right. No longer going to be regenerating. That's going to be beneficial, and we're going to get some shots in here to bump these 2 bugs out of the way. There we go, and adjacent and in the middle of nowhere. All the buildings are safe. We are ready to rock and roll. And we have an acid launcher, which can put stuff just about anywhere. Oh, wow. That's pretty fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I like this already. That's awesome. So we're going to do that. Boop. There it is. Okay, so apparently that's how we can destroy the mountains. That is going to be the goal. And Silica does get a second shot. Oh, I forgot about that. We cleared this one area, moved the bug over, and because Silica did not move, we got the second shot as well. So there it is. We have cleared the map with the exception of the Alpha Scorpion up there, which, if we're lucky, is going to get a shot to do some damage there. It really depends on when the enemies emerge. It looks like it's going to happen afterwards, so it is what it is. Scorpion's going to go up there, do its attack and miss. Enemy's going to move on up. We're going to block one with Lily in the punch bot, the combat mech. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too bad at all. So now that we know what the acid launcher does, I think this is going to be a pretty awesome area here to make that work. Oh. Let's see. There we go. And because we could go here, that'd be potentially really, really bad. This right here might not be so bad either. We're going to go for that. Boom. There it is. Killing the bug. There's acid everywhere. Oh, boy. That's not so great. And we're going to use Lily to punch that bug over there. It's going to deal damage with the acid. And you can see here that corroding acid, weapon damage against this unit is doubled. All other damage is unaffected. So it doesn't deal damage direct up that can kill the individual unit, but damage that does come in is significantly more dangerous. So we're going to get in there, squish it away. You can see that one shot bubbles on up, which is pretty awesome. And we're going to move Silica over there to grab that time pod, which is going to be beneficial. And just like that, we're going to end that round victory in 3 turns, going down to 2 turns left for victory. You can see that those bugs burrowing on up through the acid are going to be immediately affected, which is pretty cool. I like that interaction. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to put acid everywhere. You can put it in certain areas that are useful, and it's going to be beneficial to you, which is pretty cool. Lily is surrounded by a lot of not so great things right now. And right now we're going to use Silica. Ooh. So this right here, this Firefly, it just goes straight in a line. So even if we move, it's going to go for the buildings. This is 2 buildings. That'd be very, very dangerous. This Hornet's only going after the 1. We can probably try our chances at just that being the case. This has to get taken care of. That has to be moved. Ugh. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. We do still have this right here, the big acid bomb, so that could be useful. Potentially to go after this bug. That'd be pretty nice. Lily up there. Oh, man. I really don't want to stand in the middle of this stuff, but... Interesting. Interesting indeed. Ick. Well, we're going to go for it. So that means the damage coming up against us is going to be doubled, but we're going to go in there. Our 2 is going to be doubled to 4, killing the bug dead, which is always, always a nice treat. We're going to be launching this over there, killing that squish. There that goes, filling everything in with acid. We're going to have Silica give 1 shot. It's going to push it into the water and gone. And if not, we would deal extra damage as well. And with this, we're going to move Sergei up there, and the lowly artillery, which only does 1 damage because we have not upgraded it, is going to do 2 damage there onto that Hornet. And there it is. We're going down to 1 last turn. We're only going to be dealing with 2 more Vec. It looks like one is a Scorpion, an Alpha Scorpion that's already being, already getting a lot of damage done to it in terms of susceptibility to receiving said damage. That's all right. We're going to get in here, and we've already got ourselves squished up pretty hard. So we're going to crunch this up. There it goes. Not too shabby. And we're going to have Sergei come down here, getting affected himself, squishing this up, moving our mech up out of the way, which is going to give us the free ability to get down here with Silica and do some more damage without getting some damage over there onto Lily. And that's not too bad. 6 damage. Wow, I wonder if the acid stacks. It's a good question that I do not know. But ladies and gentlemen, with that, we have completed yet another map here on the Detritus Disposal Island. Oh, baby, I love it. I love it. I love it. Looks like Vikram is pretty happy. We failed to destroy the mountains. That's okay. We said we weren't probably going to be able to do that when we went into it. But let's see what we have here in the pod. It is going to be a reactor core, which is cool, and a cryo launcher. Freeze yourself and the target. Oh, man, that's pretty cool. I would love to have one of those in real life. Holy wow. But that's not too bad. We got ourselves a reactor core, and we have access to Chemical Field A up here. High threat detected. Defend the train is 2 corporate stars. That'd be pretty awesome. And protect the coal plant. I think this is a absolutely awesome mission. I think we can handle this pretty easily. I think that's going to work out well. So we're going to dive on into this. Looks like I have seen a train on a few maps before, and so this train is going to move. It only has 1 hit point, so we have to be very, very careful of what we're going to be working on. You can see here we deal fire damage, enemy actions, NPCs, enemies emerge. The question is, when does the train move? You can see here that number 5 is highlighted, so it's going to happen after fire damage, enemy actions, and then it's going to move, and then we'll see how that goes. So we're going to move Lily up there. We're going to deal with this over here, and we're going to have Sergey back here. We're just going to kind of hang on out. So we're going to drop them on down. We're going to see how everything moves, where the Vec are going to be going. We've got a pod incoming on the far side. I think that's going to be okay. We can definitely go over and get that, and that'll be all right. So here they go. A Scorpion's coming up nice and close. That's all right. We're going to get some shots in there just fine. Going for a building up there. Going for us. We can move out of the way. Question is, this Scorpion is not attacking. This one is getting up there. 1 damage. We can take it. We're going to get a shot in just fine. This up here, this Firefly, this is going to be a potential issue. And so with that, I think what we're going to do for the Firefly is we're going to move Sergey up here. We're going to impact this, push this Firefly into the drink. There it goes. Bloop. It's gone. We're going to have Lily move up here. And I think we're going to attack this. We only get 2 damage, but it is enough to get some stuff over here. And hopefully this train only moves 1. Otherwise, we're going to lose some stuff right off the bat, which is not going to be great. There's 1 shot blasting on in. Bazap, bazap, bazap. Nice, nice, nice. Now with that, fingers crossed. Oh, the train might be moving too. That's not good. Oh, no. We're going to lose it. Oh, baby. We're going to lose the spot. Oh, we just got lucky. Oh, we just got lucky. That's right. Looked at the attack order. The bugs go first, enemy action, and then the train. Whew. So now we know what moves too. That's important information to know. And we can definitely make this work. Now this up here is going to be a dangerous situation to work with. I think we're very, very well aware of that. And, you know, we're going to have to do what we can to make that happen. So the question is, what do we want to do? We can move Silica. We can leave Silica here, get 1 shot, 2 shot, bump that out of the way. I think that's honestly a pretty good way to go. And on top of that, we can move this out of the way. I really want to go for this time pod, but I'm not going to risk sacrificing a lot of important stuff that we need in order to do that just yet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we're going to take a little bit of team damage here. That's okay. We're going to move this bug over. Pod's going to go away. Not ideal. Pod's gone. It just got squished. It is unfortunate. But that means we can get over here and get 1 more punch with Lily. Boop, into the drink. This Vec over here is not going to be any danger to us or the train. That's all right. We're going to use Silica up there to deal 3 damage and then do some more as well. Boop. Not only is it dead, it is off the board. Taken away, removed. There we go. Ending our turn. In fact, unfortunately, protect the time pod. That is something that we had to sacrifice in order to make this work. Right now, so far, we are doing a good job of defending the train and the coal plant. We are making this look relatively easy, which is the difficulty setting that we are admittedly on. Because why not? We're here to do a narrative thing, kind of show this through for YouTube, and we'll work with everything else. We're going to move Sergey down here, impact this, drop that bug off the side. There we go. And we're just going to leave it wait and hit the enemy turn button. And victory in 1 turn. The train's going to move. And ladies and gentlemen, we have completed yet another mission. These go by very, very quickly, for better or worse. I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's really good. And there we go. 2 more corporation points for our corporate reputation, which is going to be nice. Now we've got 1 more mission we can take, and the rest are going to drop off in a seismic activity. So the question is, what is this? Defend the power plants is going to give us 2 extra lightning bolts. You can see that we're only getting 1 additional boost in our grid defense. At this point, we've kind of capped out. It used to give you 2 for a 2 percentage point boost every time you got one, and now we're at a 1 percentage point boost for every time we get one. It's not really worth chasing these too much. So in battle with less than 4 mech damage could probably be worthwhile. Venting fields kill at least 5 enemies, protect the enemy batteries, emergency batteries, and processing. So I think we're going to go for scrap heap. I think it's our best bet. Most likely, correction, we're going to go for venting fields. I think we have a really good chance here of killing at least 5 enemies, and I think that'll work out well. That'll be our best chance to get that last little bit of corporate reputation. Now, of course, we have ourselves a blood scion down here, which is going to increase our regeneration rates, which is not fantastically ideal. But we're going to use Lily up there, our tank up here, and of course, Sergey up there. They're not going to stay in this area, but that'd be fantastic. We get some good opportunities here to kind of move some Vec around. Now you can see here, there go the conveyor belts. Really the only one that's going to automatically benefit us in terms of putting a Vec into the drink and, effectively removing them from the board. It's going to be this location right here. And that's just not something that we easily have access to at the moment. So, oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see, where are they going? This one is not attacking. This one is attacking us. That one is a passive bonus right now. I think I kind of want to bump this one over, honestly. So we're going to deal... Oh, not great. Not fantastic, honestly, because I want to shoot twice with... I want to shoot twice up here. It's just not going to happen, I don't think. Not easily, anyway. And... yeah... not fantastic. We're going to leave Sergey right there. We're just going to try to make the best of the situation, deal some damage in here, and move this bug out of the way. Boop. There we go. And now we're going to use Lily to get up here. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to use... We're going to make this work one way or the other. So there we go. Sergey's going to drop that off the board. That frees up Lily to move around over here on the backside and deal some damage. That'll probably be pretty poorly against us because, you know, we don't want to do that too much, but we'll just move over here to the side. We can deal with whatever pops in here on the backside. And there it is. We have one Vec, a Scorpion left on the table, left on the board, and 2 more popping up. And we're going into 3 turns to victory here from victory in 4 turns. We'll see what happens. We got a Hornet popping back up, and of course, one of these down here, a Crab. These are not fun. They're absolutely not that fun. Now we have a bit of a situation because we've got one coming in here, one over there, and this one lobbing over. We have 3 Vex that are damaging potentially our buildings, and 3 Mechs to deal with them. The big thing with a Crab is it can do a lot of damage, and we want to make sure that we get that squared away. Here we can give one shot in from Silica without even moving. I think that'll be all right. We can hopefully push this one up there with Sergey. So we have range up there, and we can get Lily up here. We're going to move Lily down here. Punch this one up into the water. There it goes, sploosh. We're going to use Silica over here to punch this one over there. There it is, dead. And we're going to move Sergey back here a little bit out of the way and moving Silica in the process. Silica's going to go for a ride. That's okay. And there it is. Alpha Scorpion into the drink. Water and Vec don't mix. Oh, man. Victory in 2 turns coming on up. You can see the Vec arriving. You can see the mechs moving. And a lot more popping back up. Not ideal. We will have 2 more to deal with at the end of this next turn. So something to keep in mind. Now we're going to use Silica up there. 1 shot moving on in. That is enough to deal a lot of damage. We're going to have Lily pop up, and we don't have enough quite yet to get Sergey in a position to really be helpful. You know, we're going to have one that shows up regardless. But that's all right. We're going to end that turn. And so far, we've killed our enemies. We've gotten that additional corporate bonus. We're going to get an additional emergency battery popping up, which is going to be nice, which is always, always good. So the big question is, can we get this to work? I think we can get Lily to punch this back out of the way. There it is, doing some damage. We're going to do an extra 1 damage just for good measure. And we can actually get Silica over there. I'm surprised they can make it. And there it is. We've completely cleared the board. Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, 1 more down for Detritus disposal. The seismic activity is going to remove the remainder of the island. We're going to have 1 final battle here on the HQ. And then it's off to Volcanic Hive, which I'm really, really excited about. Because that is the one, even on easy, that I've had some issues with some of the difficulty spikes. It's not too bad, but you have to be on your toes with your approach. And we're going to see that here in a little bit. So here we go with Corporate HQ. Again, the bonus objectives are destroy the Scorpion Leader, protect the Corporate Tower. And let's see, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with a Blood Scion, a Scorpion, and an Alpha Scorpion. This one is the Scorpion Leader. Oh boy, it can web everything around it. It can do a whirlwind in 4 directions, 2 damage each. Not ideal. And right now it does have regeneration from the Blood Scions. So, oh boy, I really want to get Silica into action on that. That would be really, really nice. But for the moment, we're going to put Lily over there. We're going to put Silica up there, and we're going to leave Sergey back here in the back, and we're going to see where these Vec end up going. I'm a little concerned with this Alpha Leader and potentially what pops back up. We'll see what happens. So that's not too shabby. Silica can extricate himself or herself, we don't know, from this location by the fact that they've got double attack, dealing double damage in there. I think that'll work out well. And we can get Lily in there doing some really, really good work. The big question is, can we get Sergey in a position to push this bug out of the way? And I think we can can move over here and get that Scorpion pushed out of the way, so that'll be all right. We're going to get Lily to destroy this. There we go. The Blood Scion is gone. We're going to have Sergey move up over here. This will move Lily. That'll be all right. And just enough to bump this Scorpion out of the way so it's not going to get any attacks in on our civilian infrastructure, our civilian buildings. And Sergey, fire up those Twin Tauros cannons. Here we go. Damage 3 double times. Boop. There it is. And one more time. Boop. There it is. One left to go. 1 hit point on that Vec leader Scorpion. Not too shabby. There it goes with this terrifying attack. You do not want to be near that at all. There goes the other Scorpion doing its normal one. And we have, looks like a crab popping up right here. And we only need one more attack coming in here from the Scorpion to make that worthwhile, so I'm not too worried about that. However, Sergey's going to have to reposition to get this Scorpion bumped out of the way. And, of course, we need to get Lily in here. Now, we can only punch twice. We could go up here and deal damage to this and let Sergey come down here with the damage that they can do 3 onto this bug, which might not be a bad idea, actually. I like that quite a bit. We're going to move Silica out of the way. Boop. Dealing 3 damage into there, 1 damage into the mountain. English and words are hard sometimes. There we go. We're moving Lilian up, punching the big leader. The big leader bug is gone. And now we're going to move Sergey over here, and we're going to lob a shell right next to Corporate HQ to move this Vec off of that objective right there out of the way. And that way, the building is secure. Here comes Intern here, dealing with victory in 2 turns in just a moment. Oh, man, I'm excited. I really want to get this finished up, hopefully successfully. I think we have this squared away. I think we've got this button up in a meaningful way. So that's another cool feature. You can see if you keep your mouse over end turn, the action available pops up. It'll let you know that, hey, you can do some extra things, which is always, honestly, let's be honest, really, really nice. We're going to have Lily come in here and punch. Boom, there it is. 3 damage floating. We're going to move Silica down here and finish off that Vec. Now, again, we're going to use Sergey over here and just keep moving. Just keep moving that Scorpion around. It'll be fine. And with that, we got one more coming up for next turn. So we'll be dealing with 2 Vec in our final turn, and then we will be off to the boss island, the final mission, the last stand, as it were, which I'm really excited to share with you all. It's a pretty awesome set design. It's a pretty cool level layout, and the way that it works is pretty darn cool. Now with this, we're gonna have Silica move over there, boom, dealing damage into this, and the second one is gonna come in. That's gonna be more than enough, and we're gonna have Lily not do anything just yet, actually. We're gonna get Sergey to get in there and get 1 shot, dealing 1 damage, and now Lily can come up here and deal that knockout of 2 damage. There it is. We've completely cleared the board of Vec. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. We've protected the corporate tower. We have gotten our 2 corporate reputation points, those bonus stars, as it were. We got a set of 4, which is pretty darn cool, and we've done it. We've got this region secured. We're gonna go up there and spend that reputation. What do we have here? Teleporters we can zoop around, which is pretty awesome. Ramming engines, we can move and push some things. Firing beams for a science vessel we don't quite have yet. And raining death is pretty cool. This one is pretty nice. It does damage to yourself, but in a straight line, it eventually adds up and you can level it up, which is pretty cool. Now we can get down here and we can sell a bunch of our stuff. We wanted more reputation points. We're going to hang on to those. We're going to go up there and get those reactor cores because we're already good to go on power grid, and those reactor cores are going to be nice. The question is, where do we spend those points? We can pull out some health. We can pull out some moves to try to boost up our damage here on our combat mech. That's definitely one thing we could do. We can get down here and do some more stuff for Silica, but in all honesty, Silica's already boosted up, dealing 3 damage with every single attack, and we can attack twice. We're going to leave that be. That's pretty darn awesome. Can we do anything with the artillery mech? We could. We have 3 reactor cores. We can boost this up here and get additional damage into this mech, which means they're going to be dealing 3 damage and boosting some stuff around, and that could be really useful. So that is going to be what we have to make the decision on. Do we want to deal with 3 damage right off the bat, or do we want to go up here and make the punch go to 4 damage? Ooh, that's really honestly a tough choice. I think we're going to leave Sergey being the maneuvering individual. We're just going to let that be for now. That's worked out well for us. And we're going to move up here and add all 3 of these cores down here to Lily and make her mech just that much more deadly. And so there we go. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to leave that island. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have secured all of the islands. For those of you that are joining us just now, having skipped to this point from watching the beginning of the video and seeing the timestamp to skip to here, we're going to be diving into the Volcanic Hive. Now, again, this island becomes available after completing any other 2 islands on any other normal playthrough. We wanted to show you all the other islands that you can go through, and you can do that, right? Even if you have access to it immediately, you can continue through all of the other islands to get yourself more leveled up. But remember, this final mission, it does scale. The difficulty continues to match where you are. So it's going to be more difficult now than if it were attempted earlier on in our campaign, our playthrough, our career, as it were. But we've got ourselves a lot of really cool tools. I like where the mechs are, and I think we've got a good chance of wrecking some Vec, which is going to be pretty awesome. Now, what's really, really cool about this island is as we go into it, all these other individuals are going to try to help us out, narratively speaking. You can see that the RST Corporation is going to drop down their pylons here because there is no buildings. There's no buildings to really defend easily. The pylons are going to drop down, which are going to, one, give us the power and the ability to continue to fight, as well as give us something to defend, right? So that if they all go away, the power grid is gone. Now, this is going to be a 2-part mission. We're going to fight on the surface, and then seismic activity is going to occur. This is all going to collapse down to an underground lava-filled lair, which is so cool and very supervillain, which I think matches up well for giant evil bugs. Maybe they're not evil, I don't know. But from this particular perspective, they're wrecking the planet that we want to defend. And so we do have some hard questions to ask, but we do have a mission, and that is to complete the game, which is the Volcanic Hive. This is the last stand. This is the final island. So let's get stuck on in. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finale. Oh, baby. Oh, man. I'm really, really excited about this. We've got a Hornet. We've got a Scarab down here that ends up shooting 1 damage. These are not particularly dangerous right now, and I think we're going to be okay with that. Keep in mind, however, you do have volcano sections here. So when you see this symbol, it is going to be saying, hey, watch out for that active volcano. It's going to be doing some damage, spewing out some additional stuff. So we have to keep an eye on that for sure. We're just going to leave Sergey in the back. We're going to see where the Vec end up going and how this shakes out. Sergey says deployment successful. We are ready to rock and roll. Here comes Jessica Kern dropping down the power of the batteries to help us out. Really not the best situations, but those are going to act as our civilian infrastructure that we have to hang on to. We can't let those get damaged, otherwise our power grid is going to go down. That being said, we have a 1 in 3 chance of them resisting any attack that comes in, but as the Vec get more and more powerful, that's going to be more and more difficult. You can see up here the volcano area is going to be dealing some stuff here potentially in the future. We don't see any of those markers down right now, but these right here are lava. Anything that's on this area, it's going to be bad. You don't want to be standing there. Bad stuff is going to happen. Now, Silica's in probably the worst potential spot you can be in, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we're going to do what we can do. We're going to move Silica down there. They're going to take some damage, but it is going to stop us. Now, keep in mind, we are fighting a 2-stage series here, so we're going to be dealing with 8 turns, 5 turns, 10 turns, something along those lines in each area, an area location. And so we can't take too much damage. We can repair ourselves if we need to, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to take this Scarab completely out of the fight up there. That's going to be very, very helpful and useful. And we're going to get down here, and we're going to do this to damage the sun up. There it is. Boop. Out of the way. Not too shabby. And unfortunately, we are going to, with Sergey, deal 1 damage to ourselves. Probably shouldn't have stand there. That's a misplay on my part. But we need to get this bug off that area. So we're going to deal 1 damage to ourselves, and we're going to deal another damage from the Vec that's going to be here. So we'll see how this goes. We have cleared the areas that are of concern there. You can see the lava popping up. You don't want to stand in that. That's going to be very, very bad news bears. There goes the Vec dealing damage, and then another bug is going to pop on up. Looks like it's going to be a crab, I think. We'll see how that goes. Oh, man, the Scorpions are going to come up and say hello. They were not a fan of doing what happened here. And you can see that there are new Vec popping on up. There are a lot, you know, here comes the volcano attacks coming on in. There's going to be an alpha crab. Ugh, not really fantastic. But we can probably get a shot in here, and they're probably going to go on in if we're lucky. Boop. There it is. Bloop. Sploosh. Not too shabby. And the Silica's going to get a shot in there. There it goes. Now the question is, where is everything showing on up? I think it's here. I think everyone else is good. You can see a little skull symbol if you or a Vec are going to be killed there, so you don't want to be standing by too often. We're going to have to literally go over here and stand on top of this to prevent that from happening. And Silica up there gets a second attack because they haven't moved. And you can use that second attack for healing yourself too, which is awesome. I absolutely love that. Basically getting 2 actions is always really nice with Silica. So far, my favorite pilot. Here we go, enemy turn. What's going to happen? In comes the lava. Sorry, the volcano coming down those strikes, lighting everything on fire. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, mistakes were made. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. We just lost Lily. Shoot. Ick, ick, ick. Not good. Not good at all. Now, this bug is dealing some damage over here to Silica. That bug is going to go away. Not too worried about it. We're going to move Silica over there, push this one into the drink. Man, that's a bummer. Oh, golly gee whiz. Well, there it is. We've lost a pilot. Not a fantastic situation to be in, that's for sure. And we're just going to move Sergey out of the way. We're going to end that turn. I'm so excited to finally have played this level again. And you know what? Yeah, bad news bears. We're still blocking the enemy popping up, so at least there's that. The volcano strikes apparently are very, very dangerous. Not that much of a good thing. We're going to get Silica up there to get some more shots rolling in. There we go. And we're going to repair one more time on Silica. There it is. I don't know if we can move up and repair. Probably should have tried that. Because I do know that even if you lose a pilot, the next time around, you still have an AI piloting that mech. You still get the mech back, but the pilot, unfortunately, is not there to help. We're going to use Sergey up there to try to move Lily out of the fire and move this bug into the drink. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. And we've cleared the level. Unfortunately, we've lost a mech and a pilot. But that's what it looks like. That's how that shapes up. That's how that works. And it is unfortunate, but it is part of the game. A little bit of misconcentration. I'm sure that there are plenty of ladies and gents out there that are watching. They're going, oh, why? Why did you do that? And here we go to the underground. The mech is coming down with us. We could have gotten some items set up so that we could try to resurrect that mech before we dropped on down. But you can see here, it has popped back up. We've loaded an AI back into that mech. And you can see that Jessica Kern, the RST Corp CEO, is sending down some more pylons. It's the last ones available to us. Oh, man. Yep. So they're going to be deploying a Renfield bomb. We have to defend it. This is going to be the thing that detonates and destroys everything down here for us. Now you can see that Lily is gone. We don't have a pilot that has any hit points. We don't have a pilot that has any XP. We don't have a pilot that has any special abilities. But we do still have the ability to punch and crunch the mech for the most part. And you can see down there we're still dealing 4 damage, so we are still combat effective. It's just unfortunately Lily is now gone for this playthrough. This is the last mission. If we defeat the Vec here, we win and we have saved a timeline. Now, you can see caverns. Rocks are going to fall and lava and other bad things. And there's a lot of stuff going on, which is not fantastic for us right now. Let's just be straight up honest about that. Yeah, we need to think in a circular logic here on how we're going to get through this. Oh boy, so what do we need to do? What are we dealing with here? So this is going to be a Firefly leader. It goes in a straight line. If we move out of the way, it's going to just hit the bomb, do a lot of damage. And we need to punch that bug, that Vec, out of the way. We're probably going to be taking some damage. We have the chance that it can resist. We can rely on that a little bit. So we're going to do what we can. To be a little sneaky, we're going to come up here. We're going to punch this bug. Boop. There it is. Damages are going to go either way. And we are going to move Sergey, I think, up here to move this particular bug out of the way. Moving it over. Boop. There it goes. Basically, bad stuff is going to happen. And zooping on in here, dealing 3 damage. Boop. There it goes. Now, if we have paid attention to where the 4 pieces of caverns are coming in, we'll see what happens. You can see here the environment happens first, so this bug is going to go away, unfortunately, no matter what happens. And damage is going to be dealt. But with the attack order, you know, what are you going to do? We're going to try to get through this, ladies and gents. We have 4 turns until victory. 3 turns here after this is done. There goes a Vec. Cavern pieces are falling on down. Little wormies are coming out of the walls. The Alpha's going in. Boom! Power lost. Oh, we just lost 3 of them. And 1 of them resisted, which is good. That 1 in 3 chance finally paying off in a meaningful way. You can see here that we're going to get squished if we don't move. You got those little skull icons. Now, we got to keep in mind where those are so we don't move in and do really, really not great things. You can see down here that the Scarab is going after us, so if we move, we'll be fine. Everyone else, though, yeah, Yeah, we definitely got to keep an eye on that. So we're going to move up here out of the way. We're going to get one shot, bloop, rolling in. It deals damage as well. We're going to move Lily out of the way also to try to punch this Hornet off of this objective. There it is. It's enough with 4 damage to get it done. And I forgot, Lily's not there. It's just an AI unit. Oh, so sad. And, oh boy, what do we want to do? We need to move Sergey out of the way. But I don't see a spot that we can easily maneuver this individual to where it's going to help us out too much. We can't obviously impact that. That would be a huge bummer. So we're going to move here just 1 step over, and we're going to do 1 damage. We're going to at least get some damage in on... Oh, nope. I don't want to move the bomb. That would be bad. So we're going to undo that move. We got to try to be somewhat useful here. And, oh boy. We're going to move up here, and we're going to move this bug back 1. Maybe we can make that work in our favor. We'll see. Here we go, ladies and gents. After this, we have victory in 2 turns, and we are going to win. The bomb is going to go away if that's the case. There it is. The Alpha Scarab attacking the lava. That's not going to be beneficial. That's not helpful for them. A lot more stuff, a lot more rockfall and caverns from up above where we fell from are coming on down. More and more of these things are popping out of the walls. So if we don't take care of this, things are going to be going poorly. Now, we do need to move. So we're going to do that. We can definitely do 1 straight-up attack. That's going to be very, very damaging. So we're going to do that. We're going to kill that Scarab right off the bat. We're going to get Lily up here. Oh, man. Not really a good opportunity to make this work. But we're going to do our best. We're going to do this. 1 damage on in. I don't want to move this because that'll kill that Vec if we're careful. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Well, we're going to do this. Bumping it over, dealing some damage. And then we're going to get Lily up there, and we're going to punch into it. Maybe it'll be enough. We kill it, and we took out one of our power beacons. It's okay. We've got victory here, and not a lot of turns. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is so close. Rocks falling down into the surface, crunching stuff away. There goes the Alpha Scarab with 1 more attack. You can see that the rocks falling have filled in some lava, filled in some areas here. This is our last turn. If we are successful in this, ladies and gentlemen, we will be good. I have no idea what this one is. What is this weird sign? That's a Scion Tyrant. Oh boy, passive effect. All player units take 1 damage at the end of every turn. That's a good thing that did not show up first time around. Oh boy, but right now, it's not hurting anything. I think we're going to be okay. We just need to get in here and wreck some face. We're going to have Silica come in here, bump that bug out of the way. We're going to move the AI unit up here. We're going to wait on moving the AI unit. We're going to see if we can't move this bug. Artillery strike, moving that out of the way to leave this building alone. And we're going to move the AI unit down here, formerly Lily's mech, and punch this up. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have just done this. Here it is. Enemy turn. What's happening? Oh, boy. That looked dangerous. Ick, ick, ick. Renfield bomb is ready. Recommending we leave now. All right, Jessica. AI says data drive's ready for temporal breach. Here it is. This is the bomb that will finally clear all of the bugs from all of the timelines. That's right. This is where we part. Going back to where we go. Zipping on out to our ship. Bada bing, bada boom. Pow! Oh, yeah. Look at that big explosion. Here it comes rocketing on up from the planetary core and out into space. Oof. That is what you might say a big explosion. Wow. Holy wow. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have achieved victory. Thanks to the valiant efforts of Silica, Sergey Lee, and the robotic autopilot. No mention of Lily, who lost her life. The Volcanic Hive has been destroyed, saving the timeline from ultimate doom. Humanity can now begin to recover from the destruction wrought by the Vec. Island civilian lives protected 9,905. If you play on higher difficulties, that number is going to be much higher. Total Earth lives saved approximately 4.6 billion. Press any key to continue. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, a game from Subset Games titled Into the Breach. We've completed it. We've gone through the final end mission, the final boss. We've taken you through all the different content that is here in terms of the island types, the different areas, the most common Vec that you're going to run into, the early initial starting mechs that you're going to pilot, and as well as their pilots. So, again, thank you very, very much for stopping on by. I hope you enjoyed this. If you get the chance, please go and check out Epic Games, Steam, or your most favorite game store for the Nintendo Switch, where you can pick up Into the Breach. Again, I do not get any additional kickbacks or anything like that. I just love the game, and I ended up getting my free copy from Epic Game Store as part of their weekly game giveaways about a year and a half ago. So I hope you have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and checking this game out, and I'll see you next time.